All right, Shalom. Before I continue with this lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakat Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother lawyer, and I teach with the Great Millstone National Camp. Come back with a quick lesson. And this lesson will be entitled, shit, I don't know. But no, this article is going to deal with war. The title is going to deal with war, right? And this is from jurist.org. This was brought out yesterday. It says Iran president declares full-fledged war with the U.S., Israel, and Europe. All right. So this is prophecy coming to pass. And then ultimately, Russia is going to get involved. Russia is going to be a guard unto them. So let me get that in Ezekiel. Give me 1 second. All right, Ezekiel 38. And let's see, I get the main point. All right, so I can start from the top. I want to get the main points that I want to get, but this Ezekiel 30, I'm going to skim through it and then read the main verse that I want to get. So Ezekiel 38 says, "In the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach, Tubal, and prophesy against him." Gog or Magog today is Russia. All right, it says, I'm gonna go on down, because really they're gonna get the judgment too. So Babylon, the Great America, the Edomites over here in the West, they're gonna get their judgment. But guess what? Them Edomites over there in Russia, they're gonna get theirs too. So I'm gonna get the main point. Let's get verse 4. It says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws." It says, "And I will bring thee forth in all thine army." So the Lord's going to bring forth this the army of Magog, which is Russia, making them mighty. He's going to put hooks into their jaws. Like when you fish, and that fish is pulling, and sometimes that fish is real strong, it'll break that line. So that's representation. He'll put hooks into thy jaws, It says, "And I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company, with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." It says Persia. So the Iranians are Persia. Then you got Ethiopia and Libya, which they're allies of Russia as well. And other nations will join unto Russia too. Other African nations. So-called African, which is really Hamites. And it says, "In Libya with them, and all of them with shield and helmet, Gomar and all his bands, the house of Togomar, of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee." Togomar and Gomar represents Turkey. All of a sudden, when I make a lesson, allergies. But the whole time before that, I'm good. Fuck out of here. It says, verse 7, "Be thou prepared and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them." So Russia is going to be a guard unto these other nations, and also to Iran, especially Iran. The different business deals that they have, hell, Russia helped them with their not uranium, uranium. I believe that's uranium. I believe it's uranium. For them to have nuclear power. Give me a second. So, let's see. All right. So anyway, I read that. Now I'm gonna read a little bit of this article. Oh, and let me get this. Was it the Habakkuk? I think it's Habakkuk. Give me 1 second. I can't find that scripture that I want real quick. I thought it was Habakkuk. It was one in Habakkuk. Anyway, so let's read this. And the main point I want to get, I'm going to start. Well, so this is the opinion of one of the Iranian, the Iranian president. Right here, I'm going to start. It says, in my opinion, we are in a full-fledged war with America, Israel, and Europe. They do not want our country to stand on its feet. Pezeshkian said, accusing Western powers of besieging Iran economically, culturally, politically, and in security matters. He contrasted the current situation with the Iran-Iraq war, noting that the earlier conflict involved clear military engagements. Like today, you might do a missile strike here, missile strike there, shoot rockets and all that, but it's not battlefield engagement like how it was in the Iran-Iraq war, on the ground, boots on the ground. It's not really like that. It says, whereas today's pressures are broader and more insidious. So I'm going to get this word for insidious. He said they're more broader and insidious, which they're really wicked. Especially these wars today, they're wicked. Insidious. It says stealthy, subtle, sneaking, cunning, crafty. It says, oh, I don't even know how to say that word. Let me get that word.
Machiavellian. Machiavellian. Machiavellian.
Yeah, that's a bad word. Machiavellian. Damn. Cunning, scheming, unscrupulous, especially in politics. Because, that's how all these different wars are started anyway, via politics. All right. And it was one, I guess that is what I wanted, Isaiah 10. I thought it was another one, Habakkuk. He covered fields. Yeah, I get that. No, was that Micah? Give me 1 second. He covered fields. I think it's Micah too. Yeah, Micah, that's Micah, but I thought it was another one, Habakkuk. Anyway, I'll keep going looking for that. So I'm gonna start with the Isaiah 10 because, he declared these unrighteous decrees, And two, and I'm gonna read that back up. It says, whereas today's pressures are broader and more insidious and crafty, cunning, wicked, he'll bomb civilian populations, to make you bend. Hell, you've seen what happened in World War II via the Japanese, the Ammonites. So Isaiah 10:1 says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. And so, they declare these unrighteous decrees to bomb you, and basically it's like they're justifying the actions, which really it's not justified. Oh, it's ISIS in that village, like how they doing in Nigeria with our people. And I said some days ago that, that's what they was going to do. I mean, not bomb them. What I'm saying is, I was saying that, when they did their strike, they're going to make it look like it was ISIS. And that's exactly what they did, and those are Israelites over there that they're bombing. But, it's judgment because a lot of them are still into, these fake gods, Christianity, Muslim, It says to turn aside. Well, no, that's not what I want. So it says, woe, which is destruction unto you that decree unrighteous decrees, which they about to go through judgment. I'm gonna get this too, because with them putting I have to say sanctions, with them putting sanctions on other countries, that hurts their economics. You know, their culture is even suppressed. You know, their economics, money, you know, inflation, probably high over there too. It's been high before the Americans were going to do anything. They were going through it. North Korea, other nations, you know, they didn't bend to the knee of America, you know. So Micah 2 and 1, woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. They got the power to do so. You know, they're the wicked. Esau, Edom, so-called white man, is the wicked. Yes, you have Israelites that look like that race of people, but through their blood and through the father's, you know, lineage, they're Israelites. Their seed line goes right back to a so-called Black, Latino, Native American, Hispanic, you know. And then you got the Israelite foreigners, that because we've been scattered in all nations. We all don't look like so-called Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics. Anyway, it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. And like I said, they being oppressed. And first and foremost, the Israelites. We being oppressed. You know? First, we the ones that matter, not these other nations. Let me get this. Right, this is Revelation 11. I'm going to start at 14. It says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Second woe means, you know, World War II. And the third woe is World War III, which cometh quickly. And after this war, this one verse 15 gonna happen. And the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdom of this world are become the kingdom or the kingdoms of our Lord and of his anointed, or Mashiach, or Christ, right? And he shall reign forever. So after World War III, this is what's you know, getting ready to happen. Verse 15. And the joint heirs of the 140, excuse me, Slaki, of the 144,000, you know. Yeah. All right. Let me get the Isaiah, was it 9? Yeah, Isaiah 9. All right, Isaiah 9 and 6. No. I mean, yeah, that's a good verse, but I'm starting at 5. Let's see. Fucking nets, man. Isaiah 9 and 6, it says, 5. I keep wanting to read 6, talking about the Lord. Verse 5, it says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. You know, so this last war, the third woe, is going to be via fire. You know, these other nations are going to use their thermal with the ICBMs. You know, they're so-called nukes, and they're going to hit Babylon the Great. That's how this place is going down. This is the lake of fire. That's what that is. Yeah. All right, and let's see. Oh, give me Joel. I'll read this and I close it. So let's see. Joel, was it 3 or 2? 3. Give me 1 second. Yep. Joel 3 and 2. It says, now we'll gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Yahweh Shapai. It says, Jehoshaphat, but it's really, Yahushua, where the Lord is going to judge him, Yahweh's judgment. It says, and will plead with them for my people and my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. So, and that's why this World War III is happening. It says, and let me get that too. Joel 3:10. And these are the other nations that were once weak. They're becoming strong now, via their military alliance with stronger not companies, stronger countries. It says beat your and plus they see the state of America and the West and Europe. The Edomites are broken up, especially over here in America. It says beat your Joel 3:10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong, and you're seeing that. That's why Iran is able to declare war on Israel, the U.S., and Europe. But they're not going to win. The Lord's going to win. And the nation of Israel. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Shalom.